Currently, our advertising platforms have been suspended without any reason. This is a difficult time for us. We will continue to work hard and dedicate ourselves to you, but we also greatly need your support. The funds that you donate through Give Send Go are the main source of money for us to continue covering expenses. If you find value in what we are doing, please continue to support and accompany us by selecting the monthly donate package for us via Give Send Go at the link below. RestoredRepublic.co relies solely upon donations from people like you to keep our site functional and free to use. Make America great again. God bless America, God bless us all.
Restored Republic via GCR, update as of July 22, 2024. The latest video will be shown earlier at the official website restoredrepublic.co. Judy note: Joe Biden has dropped out of the presidential race and endorsed the unpopular cackling Kamala Harris. After a frustrating conference with never able to complete a sentence, Harris. Democrat donors were talking of replacing Biden with Hillary Clinton, which may be tricky since Clinton was tried and executed for treason at Gitmo several years ago. But then, Biden was also executed for treason at Gitmo before his so-called inauguration, and that didn't stop the Dems from using his body doubles to ruin the country for the last 4 years. However, according to JFK Jr. on Telegram on Sunday, July 21, 2024, there were no more Biden doubles left, so I guess Biden had no choice but to withdraw from running. Cackling Harris or dead Hillary, it's going to be interesting to see how the Dems play this one out. In more important events, cyber attacks around the world devastating businesses, grounding planes and in general causing havoc, have added to a in the works stock market crash among other events which were playing out a pending World War III scenario. These black swan events have become more evident since we began to realize that Deep State Cabal Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheeto may have colluded with Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas and FBI Director Christopher Wray to have Donald Trump assassinated on July 13, 2024. It was all about the money. President Kennedy had been trying to take down the deep state's Federal Reserve before he was killed, while Trump was supporting a global currency reset that would cut off the cabal's money supply, including the CIA's black budget, by closing that corrupt Federal Reserve. Now they expected us to believe that the CIA was doing a valid investigation of Trump's assassination attempt when the CIA was the very agency that could have perpetrated it, just like they did with President Kennedy. On other fronts, and whether or not caused by the white or black hats, cyber attacks have begun around the globe, planes, trains grounded, lights going out, and I hear that the problem was not going to be resolved soon. At least not until the havoc caused the stock market to crash. The greatest financial bubble in human history was about to pop, stocks to lose over 50% of their value. That would bring in a global financial collapse, something both the black and white hats wanted. With the collapse of the global financial system, the deep state black hats would bring in their non-asset-backed digital currency that could control everyone's bank accounts and lives. The white hats appeared to have won up on the cabal, as they have already involved over 50% of the world population in their global currency reset to gold/asset-backed currencies that would trade at a 1-to-1 with each other. With another world war pending after a Houthis drone attack on Tel Aviv instigated Israeli jets to hit Yemen, the cabal was set to make money off that now pending World War III, just as they have with other wars, while their quest for power and wealth was the very reason why they started them. What we think we know as of Monday, July 22, 2024, Sunday, July 21, 2024: Kentucky, West Virginia, Ontario, Canada, Arkansas, Killeen TX, Ohio, Missouri County, Charleston County and Jackson County in Kansas City have all declared a state of emergency. Sunday, July 21, 2024: Donald Trump's attorney, Alina Habba, just exposed Judge Lewis Kaplan on her Telegram channel. He took a $5 million bribe from Joe Biden to convict Donald Trump, and Alina posted proof. Saturday, July 20, 2024: U.S. military arrests deep state traders in connection with Trump assassination attempt. U.S. taxpayers were funding through a CIA black budget, an international child sex trafficking ring run out of the Vatican for the purpose of pedophilia to blackmail politicians and harvest traumatized children's adrenochrome and organs for the elite. Speaking of the CIA, from 1957 through 1972 during the Vietnam War, the corrupt organization funded and run a chemical weather modification program called Operation Popeye. The highly classified project was allegedly sponsored by Henry Kissinger and the CIA without the authorization of then-Secretary of Defense Melvin Laird, much less approved by the U.S. Congress. Speaking of U.S.-funded wars, the U.S. did not invade Iraq over the false flag 9/11, nor to free their people, nor to confiscate their gold or oil, it was to obtain their Stargate. Presently the U.S. is not ruled by concepts of the original Constitution, but is under the dictatorship of international maritime or admiralty law. After the Revolutionary War, which was financed on both sides by the King of England, the United States did not actually declare independence from Great Britain, or the King, and to this day is considered a British colony. Friday, July 19, 2024, former President Donald Trump and his vice presidential nominee, Ohio Republican Sen. J.D. Vance were the victims of an assassination threat not long after an attempt was made on the former president's life. The Jupiter Police Department in Florida announced the arrest of 68-year-old Michael M. Wiseman on Friday after he made written threats to do harm to the pair, Fox News reported. Sunday, July 21, 2024 Situation Update, Alert. Bombshell Report. Judy Byington, U.S. functioning under martial law since before 2020 election, Germany. Bavaria EBS just now, planes and trains grounded, lights off. Sunday, July 21, 2024 Situation Update, Judy Byington, unredacted, White Hats own BlackRock. BlackRock owns CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike created recent global cyber attacks equals White Hats orchestrated outage. Special Intel Report July 21, 2024. A possible timing, there will be a EBS message sent over phones, TV and radio around the globe saying that in the next 5 hours or so, everyone needed to be home for a global lockdown that would last 10 to 12 days. GCR will be announced to the world, which will show that everything new is beginning. Then through the EBS, they will show documentaries of everything that has happened to wake up the masses. At the end of the 12 days, they will give out an 800 number for individuals to call to obtain an appointment to set up your quantum money account on the new Starlink satellite system. There were 75 deep state banks that were seized and all assets and accounts closed. All the cabal's central banks have been taken over, with assets entered into the Quantum Financial System, QFS. The QFS is run on blockchain where nothing fraudulent can happen because everything is traceable. They can see where all money goes, which stops corruption in its tracks. Apparently all people have a sum of money in an individual quantum financial account. The seized assets of the cabal were moved to those quantum financial accounts of the people. All monies and trust funds were moved to individual QFS accounts. All our bank accounts, savings accounts and retirement accounts were safe in the new quantum system. The only monies not reflected in individual quantum accounts were investments and shares on the stock market. All that will be gone. It is advised to get out of the stock market immediately. B Global Currency Reset. Friday, July 19, 2024 Wolverine, new dinar rate to be published Sunday night. Tier 4B notification Monday 22nd of July. The Pretorius Group has started in Brazil. Pentecostal Group is quiet. Private contractors are still getting paid. Nizara and Jazara are now entered. The new Iraqi dinar exchange rates will finally be published directly on the Forex screens on Sunday evening, July 21, 2024. Saturday, July 20, 2024 Wolverine. Okay guys, received news from the Pentecostal Group and it's all speed ahead with the payments to their members. This is what she wrote: I am very well advanced in the payment process for all of you and that I will always give in honesty and responsibility to you all. The Precatorios start on Monday on global stage. They will send an opera to give them the green light. Bondholders are receiving their notifications. Notifications are coming out either from today onwards. Please keep an eye on your emails. Receiving good news from Reno and Zurich. We are in for a glorious week this new week coming up. Please get ready. As soon as I receive the miracle call I will have an emergency live call and give the mic to Carpathia, and then after 2 videos the opera will commence. God bless you all. Wolverine. Saturday, July 20, 2024 Texas Snake. Unfortunately there is very little intel flowing down from above for the banker, but I did get a suggested current valuation in country was $3.60 to $4. Hopefully I will have more very soon. God bless. Friday, July 19, 2024 Bruce. At the end of the Republican convention and President Trump's talk there was a balloon release of tons and tons of gold balloons. Our source has told us that the gold balloons are symbolic in 2 ways. 1. The balloon release was indicative that all the funds that we were expecting, bondholders, and intermediaries expecting, were released at the time of balloon release. 2. Those balloons were gold and indicative that we are back to the gold standard. As for our start, our source tells us is that we should get notified and prepared for exchanges by Monday 22nd of July, Friday July 19, 2024 marks. I have some Iraqi contacts telling me that things have wrapped up. They say we could see a new rate release as early as today. 40 countries express interest to join BRICS before 2024 summit. What is quantum banking? Quantum banking is a new type of banking system that makes use of quantum technologies. This system has the potential to revolutionize the banking sector by providing more secure and efficient banking services as it can handle large amounts of data quickly and accurately. Sunday, July 21, 2024, BQQQM. Behind the scenes, Q phones by QFS and Starlink QG. The ultimate game changer in communication, finance, GCR applications, and universal basic income distribution. See global financial crisis. Black Swan investor warns the greatest bubble in human history is about to pop and stocks could lose more than half their value. Boots to close down 300 stores by the end of summer. Full list of axed shops. Sunday, July 21, 2024. The global cyber attacks /CrowdStrike /BlackRock /Ukraine /Pfizer /Democrat, Seth Rich /FBI, Obama connection. CrowdStrike was paid almost $100,000 by the US-based DNC immediately after the death of Seth Rich. CrowdStrike's largest institutional investors include BlackRock. BlackRock is currently engaged in farmland reclamation in Ukraine, taking over the land, by the hectares, from all of the Ukrainians killed in the war with Russia. BlackRock-controlled wealth management firms took a huge short position against the $DJT stock a mere 24 hours before the assassination attempt of 7/13. CrowdStrike servers are located in the Ukraine. One of Pfizer's largest research and development arms is in the Ukraine. Sean Henry, CrowdStrike's current chief security officer and a member of the company's executive team, was formerly the executive assistant director of the US FBI under Barack Hussein Obama. Sunday, July 21, 2024. Trump assassination attempt update. It was suspected that Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheeto colluded with Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas and FBI Director Christopher Wray to have Donald Trump assassinated on Saturday, July 13, 2024. Had Trump been assassinated, Rothschild, BlackRock, Vanguard, Bushes and Cheneys stood to gain $696 billion up to $1 trillion in profit, one-fourth of an entire portfolio short of DJT stock the day before the assassination attempt. There was an odd 801% increase in trade volume of DJT the day before the attempted assassination. Cheeto denied extra security for Trump. It just keeps getting worse, Secret Service reportedly denied Trump team's request. DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas replaced Secret Service agents with untrained and incompetent personnel to make Trump an easier target. The sniper who killed the would-be assassin Jonathan Willis said he was ordered not to shoot and didn't until after Crook's first shot that grazed Trump's ear. Afterward, Willis was arrested by the FBI, interrogated and lost his job for not following orders. The head of the Secret Service has since confessed to ordering that stand down. Sunday, July 21, 2024. There were 3 shooters. FBI Director Christopher Wray is handling the cover-up and clean-up operations. The CIA outsourced assassins for the job. Forensic analysis of the 11 bullets showed that 3 different rifles were used. BlackRock provided the money in collusion with the Khazarian Mafia. Thank you Tom Fairbanks who supplied from jail this video. At around the 29 minutes mark you can witness the miracle that happened to Trump. We all believe in miracles. Sunday, July 22, 2024, whistleblowers uncover deep state assassination plot. In addition to crooks, 2 sharpshooters were on the water tower. 1 killed. Saturday, July 20, 2024, another witness from the day of Trump's assassination attempt reported that bullets came from behind the bleachers and that the Secret Service was informed of the direction from which they came. Her story aligns with the forensic analysis of the bullets. Those who told her she couldn't remember anything and was in a panic used the same tactic was used by the government to witnesses of the JFK assassination, claiming they were in distress. Forensic evidence showed there were 3 different rifles used in the Trump shooting. There are videos of a dark figure on top of Butler Water Tower, which many say was a second shooter. Friday, July 19, 2024. Who was on the water tower? 10 witnesses come forward. Friday, July 19, 2024. Julian Assange exposed the ties between BlackRock, CIA and Trump shooter Thomas Matthew Crooks, featured in their programming ad. Friday, July 19, 2024. The Senate briefing on the Trump rally shooting has just concluded. Key points: according to 2 senators on the call, the shooter visited the rally site a few days in advance to scope it out. 62 minutes elapsed between the time the shooter was photographed as suspicious and when he fired the shots. 20 minutes elapsed between the time he was spotted by snipers and when he fired the shots. FBI Director Christopher Wray stated there's no known foreign nexus, but no established motive as of now. The shooter used encrypted communications and had little to no social media presence. The FBI had Thomas Matthew Crooks' phone number at least 24 hours before the attempt. The woman in the pic behind Trump didn't flinch when the shots were fired, one hitting Trump, but instead started recording Trump's reaction, is Janine De Giuseppe, assistant director to the FBI. Parents of Trump shooter Thomas Matthew Crooks called police hours before to report that their son had an AR-15 and was missing. The Secret Service spotted Crook on the roof nearly 30 minutes before the shooting. Rally attendees noticed a man on the roof and informed law enforcement, who didn't appear to react to their constant pointing him out. Forensic analysis of the assassination attempt revealed 11 shots were fired from 3 distinct firearms. Trump's rally shooter Thomas Matthew Crooks is a 20-year-old from Bethel Park, PA. Reports have alleged that he was a member of Antifa. The deep state cabal's BlackRock, the world's largest money manager, pulled a 2022 AD featuring Trump shooter Thomas Matthew Crooks. Thomas Crooks, the 20-year-old who shot and wounded former President Donald Trump at a campaign rally in Pennsylvania, briefly appeared in an ad for BlackRock Incorporated. The company said Crooks was a student at Bethel Park High School and appeared in the 2022 AD with other unpaid teens, adding that the ad has been pulled. According to Tom Fitton, Butler County sheriffs were not wearing body cameras. How strange is it that, on this particular day, a key law enforcement agency did not have its responding officers equipped with body cameras. Private Q evidence on Telegram Thursday, July 18, 2024. Sunday, July 21, 2024. Senator Ron Johnson on Trump assassination attempt. There was a second shooter and a mystery ATF agent who's gone dark. On July 13, the Secret Service did not attend the 9 a.m. security meeting with local law enforcement. Law enforcement wasn't even on the same security channel. The sniper and SWAT teams weren't on the same channels as patrol officers, or Secret Service. At 10:30 a.m. in the morning, the local PD team told to secure the perimeter of the AGR building. No one told them where to go, so they set up on the second floor. At 5:14 p.m. ET, the local sniper team took photos of the shooter, Crooks, in the AGR building. Why wasn't he intercepted? The photos were taken at 5:14 p.m. ET, and Trump was shot at 6:11 p.m. ET. A preliminary report will be released to solicit more eyewitness testimony. If you have any videos, save it. A second shooter. Was it one rifle? Was it more than one? There were 3 distinct shots early on, followed by another 5 more rapidly. 5. How do you explain that? I've seen things from experts that cause us to question the FBI saying there was a single shooter. A mystery ATF agent that's gone dark. The sniper team was the first to go on the roof and began taking pictures of the dead body. Someone in a suit approached them and told them to send those photos to an ATF agent. I thought this was very strange. No one even asked him for credentials. They thought it was Secret Service. They tried to call the ATF agent, but now he's gone dark. They cannot find him. WTF. Why in the hell was the local law enforcement being told to send photos to the Alcohol, Tobacco and Firearms Agency? Why has the ATF agent gone dark? Thursday, July 18, 2024. Biden administration blamed for weakening Trump security before assassination attempt. Sunday, July 21, 2024. Breaking. Huge bombshell. New information. Everything was prepared on the day of the assassination attempt. Sunday, July 21, 2024, they are lying about the Trump shooting. Eyewitness right behind Trump confirms. Thursday, July 19, 2024, breaking, Trump snipers make shocking claim, Bongino confirms new details. Thursday, July 19, 2024, Dr. Jan Halper Hayes, names about the assassination attempt and declares President Trump the ultimate badass. Wednesday, July 17, 2024 Sniper ordered not to engage. Wednesday, July 17, 2024 FBI had crooks phone 24 hours before attempt on Trump. Wednesday, July 17, 2024 Trump shooting screams inside job. Wednesday, July 17, 2024 would-be assassin spotted 26 minutes before he shot. Wednesday, July 17, 2024 Biden stonewalls congressional investigation. Twos. July 16, 2024 Jill was there. Twos. July 16, 2024 New details in Trump assassination attempt. G-Wars and rumors of wars. Saturday, July 20, 2024, Israeli jets make direct hit on Yemen after Houthis drone attack on Tel Aviv. Sunday, July 21, 2024 Why did Q tell you that Israel was saved for last? Mega General on Telegram, the reason is Israel is the key to bringing down the global deep state. This isn't anti-Semitism. I'm referring to the Khazarian Jews, the fake Northern European Khazars who stole the identity of real Jewish people and created the Rothschild Rockefellers who came from South Germany where they created the Illuminati in 1776. They took control of the local governments, financed the trains and public roads, created the Rothschild banking system throughout Europe and helped J.P. Morgan take over the U.S. banking system, after the Titanic killed the biggest U.S. bankers and rich tycoons who were against creating a Federal Reserve controlled by the elites, Khazarians, the fake Ashkenazi Jews, who made a deal with the Roman Empire and bought of the Jewish leaders to become into Judaism and name themselves Jews. Now to this day the elite families of Khazarian descendants control Israel. It was the Khazarians who created Rothschild banking, and then created the world wars to install governments and loan money for wars and created 70% European laws through war and propaganda. To this day the globalists/Khazarians run Israel and created the United Nations and took over countries and governments. Most people are unaware that the US government and most Democrats and Republicans are run by the Khazarian fake Jews. This is why Q told you Israel is saved for last, taking down fake Jewish sector that intertwined with the real Jews. The real Jews are also fighting against the fake Jews Zionist Khazarians. You are watching the exposure of how a captured U.S. government by outside foreign entities created a military coup using the CIA three-letter agencies. Trump was placed to expose the captured U.S. government. This is all happening and being recorded into congressional records. The United States archives and military sectors are recording everything. The world will change on a massive level as the CIA globalist Western funds and fiat currency comes near extinction level. Right now in Congress a huge topic is taking place on globalist powers and their reach into the U.S. system that is connected to an open military coup. World courts are looking to documents, files and servers that prove Netanyahu could be held accountable for crimes against humanity and mass murder and corruption. White hats from several United countries are going to keep pushing for his arrest. Later after the near-death civilization events come to a close, military courts will go after Netanyahu. Right now in Israel a near civil war is brewing and white hats inside the Israeli government are initiating a military coup to unseat the puppet masters of Israel. The real story of the Illuminati reaches far back into the Knights Templars who created the earliest banking systems through Europe. The story of the Knights Templars goes back to the Middle East where they found King Solomon's gold and the real Ark of the Covenant. Hugh de Payens was one of the leaders of the Knight Templars. De Payens had family that was of the Islamic faith and they had deep connections to the secret society of the Brothers of the East. The secret society met with the Knight Templars and de Payens and gave them the secrets of Atlantis. The real news for Sunday, July 21, 2024, Sunday, July 21, 2024 U.S. flights grounded. The sky over the U.S. before and after Microsoft's global outage was vastly different. According to the Flight Radar Service, on the day of the failure there were 1,000 fewer aircraft in the skies over America than the day before. Delta, United and American Airlines canceled flights after a buggy CrowdStrike update crashed windows almost everywhere in the world. Social networks write that there have not been so few airliners in the skies over the United States since the terrorist attacks of September 11. Saturday, July 20, 2024 Emergency alert U.S. flights grounded, emergency COBRA meetings worldwide. Sunday, July 21, 2024 Red alert Israel just blew it all up. He predicted everything before he died, people will be surprised 2024, Sunday, July 21, 2024, Unreal alert, a new massive war has begun. The truth about the global cyber outage. World War III dry run, Canadian prepper. Saturday, July 20, 2024, Obama exposed, Obama kill list. Arrest and criminal prosecution of Barack Obama for war crimes, Obama the only guy with a Nobel Peace Prize and a kill list. Crimes, misdeeds, scandals and blunders, the murdering of SEAL Team 6. Saturday, July 20, 2024, urgent message. Please pay attention. 2016 Hillary Clinton stole billions and they beg for Donald Trump to hold her accountable. In 2016 a Haitian reporter: where is the money Hillary Clinton raised with the Clinton Foundation? Haiti did not get even %2, the whole world has given billions and they accuse Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton of stealing it. So, Mr. Trump, we are asking you, begging you. The Haitian community will side with you if one day you ask Hillary Clinton publicly to disclose the audit of all the money they have stolen from Haiti in 2010 after the earthquake. Sunday, July 21, 2024, BQQQM. This month will be remembered. Sunday, July 21, 2024, special report. The end of cancer, med beds being rolled out. 6,000 cures unveiling medical breakthroughs. Sunday, July 21, 2024, live. Joe Biden withdraws from U.S. presidential race. It's in the best interest of my party and the country. Biden endorses Kamala Harris. Trump reacts. Sunday, July 21, 2024, Kamala Harris, The Simpsons prediction, political endorsements, and the challenge ahead. International child sex trafficking, organ and adrenochrome harvesting ring run out of the Vatican and housed in China's Three Gorges Dam in a 1,500-mile tunnel that also runs between the Vatican and Jerusalem. Charles Barkley, the military has everything on video and knows what you were doing on Jeffrey Epstein Island. We know this is the driving force behind why you have such disdain for Donald Trump. We also know why you are an active member of the Bayhive. You two have so much in common. Isn't that right, Beyonce? The 17th letter, JFK Jr., on Telegram. Sunday, July 21, 2024, Saturday, July 20, 2024, special report. Judy Byington, CIA funds child sex trafficking cult run out of the Vatican. COVID/vax/Ebola/swine flu/polio/smallpox/BSE, Zika/SARS/monkeypox/AIDS/vax/H1N1/graphene oxide/chemtrails/fluoride, processed foods, human clones hoaxes. Sunlight increases your body's production of vitamin D, which fights cancer. Sunscreen is full of chemicals that cause cancer. Chemical sunscreens often contain the ingredients oxybenzone or octinoxate, which are hormone disruptors, so it is important to check the labels and avoid these ingredients. Friday, 19/20/24, China's Sinovac and Sinopharm COVID vaccines not safe. In 2010 a raw milk lawsuit was brought against the FDA. The FDA's response: plaintiffs do not have a fundamental right to obtain any food they wish. There is no deeply rooted historical tradition of unfettered access to foods of all kinds. Back in 2010, the Farm to Consumer Legal Defense Fund, a group dedicated to protecting consumer access to raw milk, sued the FDA, alleging that their laws surrounding raw milk violated the U.S. Constitution. The suit was ultimately dismissed, but the FDA's response will shock you. They wrote, "There is no deeply rooted historical tradition of unfettered access to foods of all kinds. Plaintiffs' assertion of a fundamental right to their own bodily and physical health, which includes what foods they do and do not choose to consume for themselves and their families, is similarly unavailing because plaintiffs do not have a fundamental right to obtain any food they wish. The FDA believes that you do not have the right to choose what you eat or drink. You should only be allowed to consume what the FDA gives you permission to consume. One thing is for certain. The U.S. government does not want you selling raw, unpasteurized milk. But why? So why is raw milk illegal in the first place? The numbers for other foods nationwide are pretty comparable. Fruit salad caused 1,323 illnesses, 29 hospitalizations, 1,345 illnesses, 104 1,345 illnesses, 104 hospitalizations, and 19 deaths. And pizza caused 1,614 illnesses, 3 deaths. The FDA is almost entirely controlled by the pharmaceutical industry. As a federal agency, you'd think that the FDA is paid by taxpayers. But wouldn't you know the pharmaceutical industry finances 75% of the agency's drug division? Now every 5 years, top officials at the FDA go behind closed doors to negotiate its budget, but they're not at the table with U.S. lawmakers. Instead, they're negotiating with representatives from major pharmaceutical industries whose products are regulated by the FDA. M.BQQQM. Coming soon. 1221 Executive Order, the event on planet Earth. Trust the plan. BQQQM. Coming soon. 1221 Executive Order, the event on planet Earth. Trust the plan. Executive Order 1221 involves economic collapse and transition to the quantum financial system. A planned economic collapse is a central aspect of Executive Order 1221. This controlled demolition of the current financial system aims to eliminate debt and corruption, paving the way for the introduction of the quantum financial system, QFS. The QFS promises unprecedented security, transparency, and efficiency, leveraging advanced technologies to manage financial transactions. The transition to the QFS will involve a global currency reset, reverting to 1950s price levels. This reset will stabilize economies, restore purchasing power, and eliminate the disparities created by inflation and market manipulation. While the immediate impact will be disruptive, the long-term benefits are expected to be transformative. Global arrests and military law, a new order. The 1221 Executive Order mandates global arrests to root out corruption and criminal activities. Military law will be enforced during this period, maintaining order while the legal system undergoes restructuring. The use of military law will be temporary, with the goal of swiftly returning to civilian governance once the legal system has been reformed. This period of enforcement will be critical in dismantling entrenched criminal networks and establishing a foundation for a just society. Collapse of the Three Gorges Dam. We need to rethink our approach to large-scale engineering projects and their environmental consequences. Environmentalists and engineers alike have raised alarms about its structural integrity and ecological impact. The floodwaters will inevitably reshape the landscape, displacing millions and altering the course of rivers. The removal of Bitcoin, BTC, Ethereum, ETH, and China Coin, CCP, from circulation to stabilize the global economy and prevent the misuse of these digital assets by malicious actors. The eradication of these cryptocurrencies will require coordinated global action, including the seizure of mining operations and the shutdown of trading platforms. This move is expected to cause significant disruption in the financial markets, but it is seen as a necessary step to pave the way for a more secure and regulated financial system. Removing 24 nuclear reactors. 24 nuclear reactors worldwide will be decommissioned. Nuclear power, once hailed as a clean and efficient energy source, has been overshadowed by the risks of catastrophic failures and long-term radioactive waste. The removal of these reactors will be a complex and delicate process, involving the safe disposal of nuclear materials and the decontamination of sites. This action underscores a broader commitment to transitioning towards sustainable and renewable energy sources, reducing our dependence on potentially hazardous technologies. Stand down all courts, judges, and lawyers. Return to 1776 constitutional law. Worldwide all courts, judges, and lawyers will be stood down, and the world will revert to the principles of the 1776 constitutional law. This move aims to restore justice and fairness, eliminating the corruption and inefficiencies that have plagued modern legal systems. Implementing this change will involve extensive retraining of legal professionals, instilling a renewed sense of duty and integrity. Military law will temporarily govern until the transition is complete, ensuring order and stability during this transformative period. Revolutionizing healthcare. 6,000 cures, unleashing medical breakthroughs. Healthcare is set for a revolution under Executive Order 1221. All obsolete hospital equipment will be removed and replaced with suppressed technologies, many of which are attributed to the visionary work of Nikola Tesla. These advancements include med beds, UV light therapies, and a host of other innovative treatments. Med beds, for instance, are the ability to diagnose and treat a wide range of ailments, accelerating healing and reducing recovery times. UV light therapies offer non-invasive treatment options for various conditions, enhancing the body's natural healing processes. These technologies promise to drastically improve healthcare outcomes, making advanced treatments accessible to all. The order mandates the release of 6,000 suppressed cures, addressing a wide array of diseases and health conditions. These cures have been hidden from the public, allegedly due to the influence of powerful pharmaceutical interests. Their release will mark a new era in medicine, where effective treatments are available to all, irrespective of their financial status. End Satan-worshipping Illuminati Zionist Deep State Cabal Globalist Depopulation Agenda 2030 Sunday, July 21, 2024 Those who rule the world, behind Vatican walls exposed, Black nobility, White Pope, Grey Pope, Black Pope and their secret societies in the Vatican. The secret societies. To fully grasp the extent of the Black nobility's influence, we must examine the secret societies they are credited with founding. These clandestine organizations have operated behind closed doors, wielding power and influence far beyond what their public personas would suggest. 1. Freemasonry. The origins of Freemasonry are shrouded in mystery, but one thing is clear: it has been a vehicle for the Black nobility to further their agenda. Freemasonry's intricate rituals, symbolism, and hierarchical structure have provided a fertile ground for the dissemination of their ideology and the recruitment of influential members. 2. Knights of Columbus. Founded by Father Michael J. McGivney in 1882, the Knights of Columbus may seem like a benevolent Catholic fraternal organization. However, its ties to the Black nobility run deep. The Knights have been known to advance the interests of the Vatican and the elite families behind the scenes, often influencing political and social matters. 3. Knights of Malta. The Sovereign Military Order of Malta, commonly known as the Knights of Malta, is a powerful and secretive order within the Catholic Church. With roots dating back to the medieval era, the Knights of Malta have served as protectors of the Church and its interests. The Black nobility's involvement in this order has ensured their continued influence. 4. Knights Templar. The Knights Templar, a medieval order of warrior monks, have been associated with the Black nobility due to their immense wealth and influence. The Templars' financial prowess and connections allowed the Black nobility to expand their reach into the realms of finance and banking, further solidifying their grip on global affairs. 5. Skull and Bones. At Yale University, a secret society known as Skull and Bones has operated for centuries, boasting an elite membership that includes influential politicians, businessmen, and leaders of industry. Its ties to the Black nobility have been the subject of much speculation, with accusations of dark rituals and clandestine influence over American politics. Sunday, July 21, 2024 Executive Order 13818, blocking the property of persons involved in serious human rights abuse or corruption, the 17th letter, JFK Jr., on Telegram. You are witnessing the death of the pedo elites and their twisted lifestyles. The false idols of the world are falling. It's finally happening. Sunday, July 21, 2024, this is a state of emergency in the United States. Get ready. Redacted with Clayton Morris. Celebrity homes for sale. Serpent symbolism is all over the Catholic religion. In St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican, the Pope literally sits in the mouth of a serpent as the tongue and preaches deception. The Druze bloodline of Jesus are the descendants of Jethro, the priest of Midian in the Bible and Torah, Exodus 2:18. The 16th President of the United States of America, Abraham Lincoln, descended from the Colony family. To governments around the world, we the people have a message for you. For too long you have kept us at bay, indoctrinated and asleep, silenced and used, but those times are over. You have used our labor to enrich yourselves at our expense. You have lied to us constantly through MSM to further your personal agenda of global dominance. You have sacrificed us in wars for personal gain. You have poisoned us to keep us dependent upon Big Pharma. You have thrust satanic idolatry to affect our future generations. You have played with innocent lives for too long. That ends now. Liberatores servitudis. Presently the U.S. is not ruled by concepts of the original Constitution, but is under the dictatorship of international maritime or admiralty law. The Revolutionary War was a fraud. The King of England financed both sides of the Revolutionary War. Thus, the United States did not actually declare independence from Great Britain, or the King. America is to this day a British colony and is being ruled to this day by Great Britain under international maritime admiralty law, under maritime law. There are no judicial courts, nor judges in America. There are only administrators. The most powerful court in America is not the United States Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania. If you are of legal age and retain legal counsel in your defense, you are automatically assumed by the court to be a mentally incompetent ward of the court, and can therefore be remanded indefinitely to any mental institution of the court's choosing. You cannot use the U.S. Constitution to defend yourself because you are not a party to it. The people does not include you and me. You own no property. We are slaves and own absolutely nothing, not even what we think are our children. Q. 40 Historical Facts Americans Need to Know, Ben Fulford. 1. The Revolutionary War was a fraud. The United States did not actually declare independence from Great Britain or the King. 2. America is a British colony. The United States is a corporation, not a land mass, that existed before the Revolutionary War. Information taken from the Articles of Association, October 20, 1774, furthermore. The British troops did not leave until 1796, Respublica v. Swears 1 Dallas 43, Treaty of Commerce 8 Stat 116, the Society for Propagating the Gospel, and c. v. New Haven 8 Wheat 464, Treaty of Peace 8 Stat 80, IRS Publication 6209. 3. The King of England financed both sides of the Revolutionary War. Treaty of Versailles July 16, 1782, Treaty of Peace 8 Stat 80. 4. The gold fringe, symbolic of royalty, which is attached to the border of every U.S. flag hanging in every courtroom across America, symbolizes America being ruled, to this day, by Great Britain, under international maritime admiralty law. 5. There are no judicial courts in America, and there have not been any since 1789. Judges do not enforce statutes and codes. Executive administrators enforce statutes and codes. FRCV. GE 281 U.S. 464, Keller v. PE 261 U.S. 428, 1 Stat. 138-178. 6. There have not been any judges in America since 1789. There have only been administrators. FRCV. GE 281 U.S. 464, Keller v. PE 261 U.S. 428 1 Stat. 138-178. 7. The most powerful court in America is not the United States Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania. 42 Pascals.C.S.A. 502. 8. If you are of legal age and retain legal counsel in your defense, you are automatically assumed by the court to be a mentally incompetent ward of the court, and can therefore be remanded indefinitely to any mental institution of the court's choosing. 9. You cannot use the U.S. Constitution to defend yourself, because you are not a party to it. Bottleford Fay and Company v. The Mayor and Aldermen of the City of Savannah 14 Georgia 438, 520. 10. The people does not include you and me. Barron v. Mayor and CID Council of Baltimore, 32 U.S. 243, 11. You own no property. Read the deed to the property that you think is yours. You are listed as a tenant. Legally, the term human being refers to an animal impersonating a human, such as a slave. Under the law, slaves can't own property. Senate Document 43, 73rd Congress First Session. 12. We are slaves and own absolutely nothing, not even what we think are our children. Read your birth certificate. Your mother is listed as an informant. Tillman v. Roberts 108 So. 62, Van Coten v. Van Coten 154 NE 146, Senate Document 43 and 73rd Congress First Session, Winhammer v. People 13 NY Rep 378, 481. 13. Military dictator George Washington divided the states, estates, into districts based upon the ritualistic practice of dissecting Masonic squares. This is why, even today, so many towns are built on the square. America truly is the land of the free, Freemasons, that is. Messages and Papers of the Presidents, Volume 1, page 99. Webster's 1828 Dictionary for Definition of Estate, 3. 14. In addition to obsession with Masonic ritual, symbols, and architecture, the United States is the first country, from its very inception, to have been surveyed and engineered according to Masonic ritual and specification. 15. The United States does not have any employees, because there is no longer a United States. No more reorganization. Executive Order 12803, do not impersonate one of its creditors or shareholders or you will go to prison. 18 U.S.C.914. 16. Before 9/11 and Pearl Harbor, the Boston Tea Party was the first false flag operation enacted to promote further hostilities toward the indigenous tribes of North America. Our Sunday, July 21, 2024 Nizara/Jazara Update, David Wilcock. Nizara implements the following changes: 1. Zeroes out all credit card, mortgage, and other bank debt due to illegal banking and government activities. This is the Federal Reserve's worst nightmare, a jubilee or a forgiveness of debt. 2. Abolishes the income tax. 3. Abolishes the IRS. Employees of the IRS will be transferred into the U.S. Treasury National Sales Tax Area. 4. Creates a 14% flat rate non-essential new items only sales tax revenue for the government. In other words, food and medicine will not be taxed, nor will used items such as old homes. 5. Increases benefits to senior citizens. 6. Returns constitutional law to all courts and legal matters. 7. Reinstates the original title of nobility amendment. Hundreds of thousands of Americans under the control of foreign powers will lose their citizenship, be deported to other countries, and barred from re-entry for the remainder of their life. And millions of people will soon discover their college degrees are now worthless paper. 8. Establishes new presidential and congressional elections within 120 days after NISRA's announcement. The interim government will cancel all national emergencies and return us back to constitutional law. 9. Monitors elections and prevents illegal election activities of special interest groups. 10. Creates a new U.S. Treasury, rainbow currency, backed by gold, silver, and platinum precious metals, ending the bankruptcy of the United States initiated by Franklin Roosevelt in 1933. 11. Forbids the sale of American birth certificate records as chattel property bonds by the U.S. Department of Transportation. 12. Initiates new U.S. Treasury bank system in alignment with constitutional law. 13. Eliminates the Federal Reserve System. During the transition period, the Federal Reserve will be allowed to operate side by side of the U.S. Treasury for 1 year in order to remove all Federal Reserve notes from the money supply. 14. Restores financial privacy. 15. Retrains all judges and attorneys in constitutional law. 16. Ceases all aggressive, U.S. government military actions worldwide. 17. Establishes peace throughout the world. 18. Releases enormous sums of money for humanitarian purposes. 19. Enables the release of over 6,000 patents of suppressed technologies that are being withheld from the public under the guise of national security, including free energy devices, anti-gravity, and sonic healing machines. Because President Clinton had no interest in signing NISRA into law on October 10, 2000, under orders from U.S. military generals, the elite Naval SEALs and Delta Force stormed the White House and under gunpoint forced Bill Clinton to sign NISRA. During this time, Secret Service and White House security personnel were ordered to stand down, disarmed, and allowed to witness this event under a gag order. The latest video will be shown earlier at the official website restoredrepublic.co.
Currently, our advertising platforms have been suspended without any reason. This is a difficult time for us. We will continue to work hard and dedicate ourselves to you, but we also greatly need your support. The funds that you donate through Give Send Go are the main source of money for us to continue covering expenses. If you find value in what we are doing, please continue to support and accompany us by selecting the monthly donate package for us via Give Send Go at the link below. RestoredRepublic.co relies solely upon donations from people like you to keep our site functional and free to use. Make America great again. God bless America, God bless us all.